Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Here I have my bullet journal all set up and ready for 2023. It's my first bullet journal and I'm really excited about it. If you're interested in watching the setup video, you can click on the link in the description box below. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I pre-plan or prepared for my bullet journal setup. Since it is my first bullet journal and so my first time setting up a bullet journal, I had to put a lot of thought into it before I could start. I did not know what kind of pages or spreads to put in and what would meet my needs, how to lay it out, or even the order of the pages and spreads that would make sense to me. I did have some ideas here and there, but I needed to organize my thoughts and plan it out carefully. Hopefully, by sharing my planning process, it could provide you with some guidance on how to go about setting up your own bullet journal. One of the first things I thought about when it comes to the bullet journal was what I didn't want to have to do in it. I didn't want to have to draft out my doodles, letterings, or drawings in pencil, because then I would have to erase those pencil marks later. I could skip the pencil, but with my level of drawing, I might have to resort to that. Number 2. I didn't want to spend time on doodles or drawings because I tend to be a perfectionist and I just know I would spend more time than I have on them to make them look nice. Number 3. I didn't want to do calendars. They're just tedious to write all those numbers for all 12 months. I could buy stickers or stamps, but I didn't want to have to spend money on something like that just yet. My main goal is to use what I have right now, and when I run out of options, only then will I invest in stickers. Number 4. I didn't want to draw out boxes or lines. It is another tedious, time-consuming thing that will only lead to smudges. Number 5. I didn't want a grid page. Right now, since I'm using stickers, the placements of where I do the columns or how I divide the page might change, so a grid page wouldn't make sense to me. I think as months go by and I have a set layout, only then I might consider doing a grid page. Number 6. I'm not going to have a key for tasks either. I don't use that many symbols, and the ones I'm already using I can already recognize for what it is, so a key is unnecessary. Number 7. I'm not going to be using photos. They're just going to bulk up the journal, and besides, I don't have a photo printer or a color printer. The only spread that will be using pictures is my best book of the month spread, and that's it. Number 8. I will not be decorating my pages using the scrapbook method. You know, the ones where you use pieces of papers or whatnot. I just don't like my journals to bulk up too much. And lastly, number 9, I'm not going to have Dutch door spreads. I feel cutting off pages kind of wasteful. Next thing I thought about was what I wanted to have in my bullet journal. I made a list of things I wanted my planning system to help me with, and here it is. And since I've already chosen to use the Passion Planner alongside the bullet journal, some things are going to be fulfilled by the Passion Planner and the rest by the bullet journal. If you're interested, I have this video where I mention and did a flip through of my planner lineup. It's in the description box below as well. Next comes the fun part, drafting out ideas for the bullet journal. I use this notebook here and I can show you what I have in here, but it wouldn't make much sense to you looking at it. But the point is, draft up your ideas somewhere before putting it to pen in your bullet journal. I also use a spreadsheet to organize my thoughts and ideas from the notebook. The notebook allowed me to test out layouts, but the spreadsheet helped me to reorganize things into a particular order or sort things. So here's the spreadsheet. I had came up with temporary names for certain pages and spreads that would meet with the need on my list. Then I have this column here to determine which ones would go to the Passion Planner and which ones for the bullet journal. After that, I just filter out the ones for the Passion Planner. With what's remaining, I try to determine which page or spread will be set up once for the whole year and which ones will be done monthly. So this is what the column is for. Next column is where I mark which ones will be a full page, half page, or part of a page. I also use my notebook to draw out the layouts to help me figure it out. For some inspiration, I frequently look at Pinterest, YouTube videos, and Instagram. The notes column was where I noted down title for headers, any other details to make the page. Once I have enough details and a set layout, I use index cards to help me with the order of things. This is also what this column is for. Here's a look at the index cards I used. If you don't have index cards, you can always use post-its or pieces of paper. On the front side, I write the title and the order number, and on the back is the layout and number of pages it would take. As you can see in this photo and video, I had laid out the index cards on my bed. I used the cards to lay out the order. I'm a visual person, so doing this allows me to determine if the flow of the pages work or not, and I can easily reorder it. When I think I have it right, I update my spreadsheet. Some cards have the letters A and B attached to the numbers. This means it is sharing a page or it's part of the page layout somehow. Please excuse the unmade bit. The next thing I did was review the number of pages my layout would take in total. The bullet journal I'm using has 160 pages. There are 21 pages for the beginning of the year setup, which I'll only be doing once, and that leaves 139 pages remaining. For the monthly, judging by the month of January, it's going to take 11 pages. So 139 divided by 12 months, that gives me about 11.58. So 11 pages per month is just right. If there weren't going to be enough pages, I'd then decide which layout page to take out and not include in my bullet journal so I don't have to buy a new one. At this point, I'm ready to set up. What I did was go through my sticker books and pick out the stickers I need for the page or spread and put it on these wax paper sheets. These are papers that I saved, so when you're done with a sticker sheet, don't toss it. Just remove the excess and you can use it to prep for your decorating session. Once I have all the stickers I need, I take the index card that corresponds with the page and put it in between the pages. You can do without putting in between the pages. I'm just doing it because I took about a week to film, so when I do this, I know where I left off. So that's how I plan for my bullet journal setup. The only other thing I need to think about is when I plan to set up for the next month, given how long it took me to decorate the pages. And then throughout the month of January, I'm going to take notes on whether or not certain pages are working for me or not, and whether I need to remove them from the following month. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, do give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my other videos, do consider subscribing to my channel. And with that, see you next time and good luck with your bullet journal setup.